I'm your host, Yash. How's everyone doing? We're back once again. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about teens and screens. So we're going to basically dive into the smartphone addictions that teens have. So with phones at their fingertips. So today's teens are constantly connected, but at what cost? From social media pressure to academic struggles. We'll explore how cell phone addiction is shaping teen health, happiness, and habits. Whether you're a parent, educator, or teen yourself, tune in for a conversation on managing screen time and understanding the real impact of being always online.
Can I join into this conversation too?
Yes.
Okay. Teens and screens. I never had that problem growing up. Can you explain it to people
It's basically the in the modern world where teens in the modern world are addicted to smartphones.
Well, I mean, how do you get addicted to a phone?
So basically there's a lot of content that gives you dopamine.
Explain.
Such as TikTok, social media like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat.
Okay.
And games.
How do they release dopamine?
It's when look on TikTok. The reason why TikTok is very addictive, it's because they use short videos, and you can just easily get into another video by simply just scroll. You just swipe to get into another video. Shorter videos means more videos. More videos means more dopamine, and so your brain loses interest in anything that gives you less dopamine, which is pretty much almost everything that exists in the world.
Would that make it hard for kids to want to read?
Yeah, pretty much everything. You lose interest in studying, working, or even hanging out with your friends. That literally all you want to do is just stay at home and watch TikTok.
Whoa. So it's almost the equivalent to a drug addiction.
Yeah.
Or a food addiction or anything else.
Yes, this is it's actually almost addictive as drugs.
Aren't you using a device when you go to school?
I'm using a school iPad when I go to school. So yes, my school has been using iPads since I started going to that school.
And isn't that part of the addiction?
They're probably actually addicted to the iPad at school. They're probably watching YouTube videos.
Do schools have YouTube access?
My iPad does have YouTube access, but look, YouTube isn't really accessible on the school Chromebooks.
Okay, but it's the iPad that's accessible.
Yes.
Is that a good idea?
It's fine in case you want to look up YouTube in case your teachers put up a YouTube video as an assignment. YouTube on there is restricted.
Right, so you can't see everything.
So you can't see anything. They restricted the content.
But there's so much content you still can see.
There's still plenty you can see, but most of the time you can't really see that much content.
Okay, there was a phrase we looked up, text neck. What is text neck?
Text neck is the process of bending down, damaging your neck, causing neck pain, headaches.
You know, I read somewhere that kids are starting to develop a hump.
Oh,
at
a
the top
hump?
of their spine.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, if you hold this position, you get a knot in the top back of your spine.
Yeah, you see, you have a knot.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, they're getting a text neck, and they're basically digital natives.
Yes. That's Generation Z and Alpha are text natives. Is that right? Okay. So how do we fix this? Yeah.
We gotta kind of limit screen time. I've actually heard that the date of TikTok is getting banned in January of 2025.
I hope not. I love TikTok. Can it just be banned for kids?
Yeah, just to prevent the cell phone addictions.
But I don't want to have to be punished because kids don't know how to stay off the phone. Maybe we ban it for kids.
Yeah, try banning it for kids. Australia, actually, I've heard that imposed a ban for social media under the age of 16.
What?
Yes.
I think that's a great idea.
I mean, kinda, yeah. Social media isn't good for 13-year-olds. In fact, people as young as 8 years old have been on social media.
I agree with you. I don't think it's helpful for such young people.
YouTube requires you to be 13 or over to create an account,
Yes.
But so many kids lie about their age on YouTube and just create it, and they just put a fake birth date. It's actually very easy to put a fake birth date to sign up for websites. A lot of us at Gen Z have done this.
I love your honesty.
I'm part of the problem.
How so? Explain.
Because I'm also addicted to my cell phone myself.
Do you want to stop? Do you want to give yourself a
I
challenge?
really want to stop, and sometimes I have dreams of living in like the 2000s, back when smartphones weren't addictive.
Like, do you feel like you need help with stopping the cell phone?
Yes,
Okay. So you're going to talk to your parents about helping you stop the cell phone?
maybe.
Maybe. Because then at the same time, why would you not do it?
I don't know, because I heard they can get worse. I mean, even social media addiction has caused literacy to decline, with these middle schoolers reading at a third grade reading level.
Yeah, I heard fourth grade reading level is what we can expect.
Yes, you can expect. And people were expecting that Gen Alpha would graduate high school at a third grade reading level.
Wow, that's pretty horrible.
And I've heard that they've reported second graders who don't know their ABCs. Maybe I've kind of heard it, but I don't think that's true.
I mean, that's rough.
That's rough.
Yeah. So what would be the first? Do we handle cell phone addiction like regular addiction then?
Yeah, I mean, innocence has been lost.
It sounds very bleak. What do we do?
We should decide to stop cell phone addictions.
Okay, but how do you do it? How many hours a day?
If you have an iPhone, there's like a screen time option.
Okay. So you think you're on 12 hours including study for school or just 12 hours no study for school?
12 hours with no studying.
And with school study, how much time?
8 hours.
Okay, so you use the computer for school 8 hours.
Yeah, no, the computer for school?
Yes.
No, I don't use my phone for work.
So you're on 12 hours. What if you go down to 10 hours? Do you think you could do 10 hours?
Maybe.
What do you have to do to make that happen?
Probably try to, how you can go back to 10 hours? Probably try to do more productive things.
Okay, like what?
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty hard to make friends these days.
I understand that. Do you want to go out and like maybe hang out at the movies or the mall?
I'm getting my bike for my birthday, so yeah.
Nice. What kind of bike?
It's like an e-bike. No, it's like in the town, near my town, like a downtown.
Okay, so you can go downtown in your town.
Yes.
Okay, so once you get the bike, you feel like you're going to have more of an opportunity
Yes.
to get off the cell phone.
Yes.
Okay, what else can you do when it's raining outside and you can't go on your bike?
I don't know.
Do you want someone to be accountable with you to help you with this? Like your brother, maybe? You guys can give each other a challenge who can stay off their phone the longest?
Yeah?
Would you do that?
Maybe?
Okay, what are some other ways though? Because if you're saying that you have an addiction to the cell phone, then we have to figure out things and ways to get around it, right?
Yeah, try to get around it.
But is there like a friend app for teenagers to get to know each other?
I don't know. Maybe Life 360?
Huh. That's something we gotta look up. See if there's some apps for kids to meet other kids.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
It's when there's literally been like a couple of like 10-year-olds who are getting obsessed with Sephora products.
Yeah, well, you teach me a lot.
Usually under the age of 13. And there's been like little kids doing like get ready with me videos.
What? I didn't know this.
Yeah, like if you don't know what get ready with me videos, they're basically popular kinds of videos on TikTok where people basically record themselves talking while doing their makeup. No, it's usually teens who do this.
I know adults do this. I didn't know teens.
It's usually teen girls and grown women who do get ready with me's.
Ah, that's interesting. What do you think about all this?
I don't know, it looks pretty good. I mean,
Would you do a get ready video?
no, not really because I'm a guy.
Right, but don't guys get ready?
I don't know. I've rarely seen a guy doing those kinds of things. Little kids have been doing like, and there's also been this video called "We're Gen Alpha Influencers. Of course we are obsessed with skincare products."
That's crazy. You know how many billions of dollars of an industry
Yeah.
that is? It's billions of dollars.
Okay. I mean, people have reported that TikTok is ruining people's childhoods. Like, because of smartphone addictions, people are saying that kids don't have childhoods because they're addicted to screens.
But you said Snapchat. Why is Snapchat better than TikTok?
I don't know, because it's a good app where you can meet your friends, and they even have location tracking.
And the difference between that, so doesn't TikTok, you can put on TikTok where you're at.
Yeah, you just have to tell this, but using your address is pretty sketchy.
I agree with that. I just don't understand why TikTok is the worst one.
I don't know why it's the worst one because it's very, very addicting. It's like the most addicting app.
Right, but so is Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat. I mean, I don't
And
know.
Reddit? Have you gone on Reddit?
Oh, that's what I'm very
Oh,
addicted to.
Reddit is a black hole.
And it's an app for use, and it's also an app that has a lot of trolls.
Explain to our audience, what is a troll?
I mean, I use Reddit to discuss generations.
What do you learn?
I don't know. I learn about on Reddit. I learn about like Gen Z and Gen Alpha,
Okay, what are the three biggest things you learned about Gen Z versus Gen Alpha?
and like on these generation subreddits, I've seen this guy who has terrible mental health, and he basically talks about that. He says that he extremely hates his birth year.
Why?
Because like look, so why he hates his birth year so much? So he was born in 2007, and he hates his birth year and graduating class. He's graduating in 2026. He was supposed to graduate in 2025, but he got held back in first grade. And usually every day on Reddit, he rants on how he didn't get like much of like the early 2010s, 2010 to 2012 to be specific. He wasn't in high school before COVID. He was in middle school during the entire COVID era, and he can't vote this year. This is one of the reasons why. This is one of the main reasons I've heard why he hates his birth year.
So he's just miserable in general.
He's miserable.
That's sad.
It's really affecting his mental health.
How does he know? Like, how do you know when something affects your mental health as a teenager?
I mean, constantly obsessing over something you can't change can't be healthy.
Ooh, that was very wise. Constantly, say it again.
Because I don't know, it might be bad for your mental health if you keep obsessing over something that can't be changed.
I think you're right. I think that's right for kids and adults, like everybody.
I just listen. I usually lurk on those
That's what it's
subreddits.
called. Look.
And I also read about nostalgia.
Yeah. You've been doing a lot of reading about nostalgia.
Yeah, I've read about like the late 2000s and early 2010s.
Okay. So you don't really get into the 90s.
So no.
It's too old.
I'm not really a huge fan of the 90s. I mean, it'd be kind of nice to experience it, but at the same time, I'm still content with my 2010s experience, and I'm pretty glad to grow up during that time.
That's good.
But I mean, sometimes I still wish I was a teenager in like the mid 2010s to be specific.
Okay. Because what would be different for you now?
Because I just kind of wish, because it seems like the world was better.
Do you feel burdened?
No?
No?
But like no, but like the impact on smartphone addictions, isn't gaming one of the biggest things about the addiction?
So is it okay to get off your cell phone and onto your video game?
No, I mean video games are fine.
So you can help your addiction if you get off the cell phone and pick up a video game.
Yeah. Yes, but I mean I don't know if this might make me sound like a boomer, but I feel like video games aren't that fun anymore.
Did you say you don't want to sound like a boomer?
This might make me sound old, but I mean I kind of feel like video games aren't that fun anymore.
What are you playing?
I mean Minecraft is still fun.
So you still play Minecraft?
Yes.
Is that the one where you're building worlds?
Yes, and surviving the night. Minecraft has been the most popular game for over like 12 years.
Well, once you get your bike and go out, what are you looking forward to doing?
I don't know, going downtown? Yes.
Are you looking for, does it make you nervous or are you really excited?
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous. But I mean, sometimes scrolling through my phone, sometimes I think in my head, I feel like I'm wasting my teen years with these TikToks saying they think they wasted their teen years because they were rotting in their room.
So what's the plan?
And people were saying that they wasted their teen years because they weren't sneaking out and going to parties. Like,
yeah, but that could be dangerous.
that's dangerous. You're not. That's a good thing you're not doing those things. Yeah, they get away, but like, just don't let them attend parties. But maybe attend concerts.
Okay, I like that. So what's your final piece of advice for your audience about teens and screens?
Try to limit your screen time. Try to limit your screen time to limit your addiction and do better in school.
Okay, and what are you gonna do about your own personal?
I'll try to
challenge?
limit my screen time and see if this will improve my grades, and this can reduce distractions when I'm doing homework on the weekends. it's so hard for me to do homework on the weekends because I'm so addicted to technology.
I understand.
I have literally zero motivation to do homework.
Can I tell you a secret?
So, tell me?
I feel the same way.
Yeah, because my brain just wants dopamine, and my brain hates homework because it doesn't give you any dopamine.
I mean, that's really brilliant to put it that way. Now we just have to figure out a different way to get dopamine.
To get it out.
Yeah, maybe
We're-
exercise.
Was it very easy to do for high schoolers to do homework in the 90s before when we didn't have phones?
It was never easy. Like no kid ever wants to do homework. Nobody wants to do
Like
homework.
back in the 90s when
No, we didn't want to do homework, and most of us didn't. We had no choice.
people just wanted to play on their Atari.
Yes, and Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and play outside.
Thanks for watching this video, and it was pretty nice talking about the impact of cell phones, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.